ka man dalhin ang kapalaran, iisang bayan lang sa puso mo'y laman. Pinagmulan at babalikan, konting tiis na lang, at hanggang sa araw na yan ay asal. Kami nandito lang, sabay na pakinggan ang mga kwento nyo. Isigaw natin sa mundo, bagong bayani namin kayo. Sipag at tapang nyo, hinialay sa mundo, sinasaludo namin kayo.
Ako si Rose Eclarinal.
Ako si Jean Alcantara.
Ako si Crystal Dias.
Ako si Chiara Gregorio.
Sa Juan, you connect.
Isigaw sa mundo.
Magandang hapon UK, magandang hapon Europa, magandang gabi Pilipinas. At kung saan man po kayo naroroon, magandang araw po sa inyong lahat. Ako po si Rose Eclarinal at ito po ang aming public service, JUANEUKONEK. Magandang hapon, Crystal.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone. A blessed Sunday to all. And good to see you again, Rose. How are you?
I'm good. So inaasahan natin na yung mga taga-suporta natin sa JUANEUKONEK are also back kasi we had a vacation. Nagkaroon tayo ng Holy Week. Marami sa atin ang nagbakasyon. So I hope you had a great one, Crystal.
I did. You know, my kids were off for 3 weeks and we went away to Barcelona for 1 week, which was a really good break for us because since the pandemic, you know, for 2 years we didn't go away anywhere, so it was really good fun for the kids, you know, the family, to be away, to be somewhere apart, you know, away from the UK. But it's good to be back though. How are you? How's your holiday, miss?
It was amazing. We went, as you know, we went to the US. We have to go to the US anyway regularly, but after 15 years I went back to Jamaica. We went to the Caribbean. 15 years it has been. Ang bilis ng panahon, ano? I've been traveling there with my husband. Pero we had Julia and she's growing, so we have to visit my family every year in the Philippines, except during the pandemic. But we'll catch up on that, on our holidays later. We have an exciting afternoon today because our guest will be joining us and may matututunan tayo sa kanila. Inspiring story. They're healthcare workers and they started a business. Not just any business. Ito yung malapit sa puso ng mga nanay because alam mo naman, Crystal, you and I, every year kailangan natin ng cake for our children, no?
Oh,
so
yes.
we will be joined by Christina and Valeri of the Queen of Hearts Couture Cakes.
Hi!
And for Immigration 101 naman, who is your guest?
Well, for Immigration 101, she came as a student, and then she switched to work visa to work as a care assistant, like Valeri and Christina, as a healthcare workers. And now she's settled in the UK with her family. Please welcome later si Marilu Romarate Raagas.
Hi everyone! Blessed Sunday!
Hi,
Did I say your name
Marilu.
right? I hope I
Looking
did.
forward to hear your story later. So, Crystal, without further ado, because I need a lot of time for this segment, because magkakaroon tayo ng pagkakataon to listen to their story, yung journey nila from being healthcare workers to businesswomen, cake makers, at marami na, paikot-ikot na sila sa buong mundo. But parating bumabalik sa Pilipinas just to promote and also to teach our kababayans on how to start business, paano gumawa ng cake, paano magdisenyo. So welcoming on the show, our guests this afternoon, Valeri Valeriano and Christina Ong. Hi!
Hi, Rose!
Hello, it's been, oh my God, it's been a while. I'm so excited hapon kasi alam po ninyo, si Valerie and Christina, I've featured them sa ABS-CBN and the Filipino channel because I've also followed their journey when they started. And then, ngayon na lumaki ang kanilang negosyo. So, bago ang lahat, please tell us, alam namin na kayong dalawa ay trained nurses, nurse by profession, pero napili ninyo na to venture into business. Paano nangyari yon? Tell us.
Basically, we always say that it is a sweet accident. Oo, kasi talaga namang we were working as nurses and so pero ano kami, more on sabi nga nila mga flying nurses because agency nurses. So kumbaga we were sent to different hospitals, mga clients ganyan. So nung nagkaroon ng recession sa UK, kumbaga nagkaroon, syempre medyo humina, walang masyadong shifts, ganyan. So, we were given an opportunity to work with a family. So, ayun, to cut the long story short, we had each different families to work with, no? And we grew fond of them kasi nga, we're working with families eh. So, they treated us like their own daughters then. So, yun. First year with them, Mother's Day came, so we gave the mom a bouquet of flower and a card. And the following year, sabi namin, boring naman if
We're gonna
ano,
give something the same.
oo, something the same. So
we said let's do something special. So we decided no. We decided to give them cupcake bouquet without us having any knowledge on baking or decorating whatsoever. So dahil sa desire namin to give them a cupcake bouquet, we had to study via YouTube University. So free. So we got a good recipe and we learned how to decorate a simple cupcake. And then from simple cupcake, naging obsession na siya into making tall and even giant cakes.
yeah, so when we accidentally saw the tutorial on how to make a cupcake bouquet, so sabi namin, these will be the perfect gifts for the two friends that we had. So yun, binigay namin, and then one of them, well, of course, both of them really appreciated it, but one of them, she said na, wait, this is a unique idea. You should make this into a business. Wala kami. So that's how it sort of evolved.
Oo. So, kasi nabanggit mo kanina, Valerie, you're talking about recession. So, mga 2019 hanggang pataas yan, no? Tama ba?
Oh, even before.
Even before, it slowed down talaga for the ages of 2014.
Oo. Okay. So, kailan dumating sa point na nagdesisyon kayo na kaya na ninyo na iwanan yung full-time job ninyo o yung trabaho ninyo as nurses at mag-concentrate talaga sa pagiging businesswomen sa paggagawa ng cake?
We had a heart-to-heart talk. Sabi namin, we really wanted to do this thing. Now, if we really wanted to concentrate on just doing cakes and cake liquidity and teaching, we have to have a good backup savings. So, sabi namin yung time na yun, one of us had to still continue doing the agency work, to pay the rent, to pay the bills, to buy food, whatsoever, whatnot, di ba? So, si Valerie, she stopped working first. Tapos sabi namin, say, let's put a target na on this month, if we have this amount of savings, then maybe both of us can stop. So, luckily naman, with God's grace, parang we managed to both quit our agency job mga 6 months ahead of our target.
So, Valerie and Christina, ngayon talaga, hindi na kayo nagtatrabaho sa NHS o hindi na kayo nag-agency, hindi na kayo bumalik sa pagiging healthcare workers. Talagang dito na nakatutok ang energy ninyo, lahat ng kailangan gawin sa negosyo, you both are doing.
Yes.
Yes. Oo. It's actually been a while. Kung ba tayo nag-stop na?
Matagal
Well,
na. 5, 6 years ago. 6, 7 years ago. Mga 2015, 16.
Okay, matagal na, no? And then,
yes.
tell us about these photos. Kasi, nung na-cover ko kayo sa TFC, sumasali kayo doon sa mga cake show and then design. Mga iba-ibang klaseng design. And then, I was able to cover you in Birmingham. Amazing. Grabe naman talaga. Parang kakaibang experience for me kasi doon ako nakakita ng mga giant cakes at saka yung mga disenyo talaga na out of this world. So, paano kayo nagsimula na sumali sa mga ganon? Because I think yung first story nyo sa ABS-CBN was winning. Not even, hindi pa kayo yung nag-grand prize, parang runner-up pa lang, pero ang ganda-ganda ng cake. So, paano kayo nag-ganyo na sumali?
Well, again, lakas lang ng loob talaga. So since we are based here in the UK, the biggest cake show in the world, Cake Fest, I wish, Cake International Show, is here. So it's held every November in Birmingham. So yun yun. Yes, oo. And yung unang-unang panahon talagang so, ina-idolize lang namin yun na nakita namin, merong something, ganyan, we should join. So, what we did, we sent an email to them. We offered our service. So, sabi namin, we don't really have the capacity to make this amount of cakes or cupcakes to sell and cover the space, but this is what we can do. So, we know how to do this in buttercream. Is there any way that we can participate in your show in exchange for something, ganyan. So, hindi naman namin inaasahan na, someone would reply, but
yeah. So, basically, Cake International opened the doors for us from doing international teaching. And then from the international teaching, we were contacted by a publisher, UK publisher, which is also a big US publisher, and up to date we publish 4 best-selling books, buttercream.
Ang galing naman. So, from making cakes, from designing, nag-publish kayo ng 4 na books na, and then
Translated into many languages.
And translated into many languages. I have 2 books. Meron pa ako na kailangan ko pang i-practice yung design. But let me tell you, see, Valeri and Christina, meron silang mga classes in this cake show. At yung pag-join dyan sa mga klase na yan, syempre, may bayad ba yan?
For the demos, if we run demos, syempre yun, free lang, ganyan. Pero it's in the participation namin at the cake shows. That's where we usually get invitation to teach abroad, teach in different countries. So it really opened, as Christina said, it really opened a lot of opportunities for us. And that is exactly the reason also why we said we should give this back to our fellow cakers and bakers. We should create a show sa Philippines para ma-experience din nila yung experience namin, and hopefully it would, open doors for them as well. So,
same as what happened.
Exactly. So that's why we founded the Cake Fest in Manila.
So, you founded Cake Festival in Manila. When did this happen? This is before the pandemic, correct?
The inauguration was 2019, and it turned out to be really good, better than what we hoped and prayed for.
Yeah.
Okay, wow, congratulations. And then, so what happened? So, 2020, nagkaroon ng pandemic, so you weren't able to, of course, continue that. Kailan magbabalik yung cake show sa Philippines?
This
year, yes.
Wow. Double the size.
Okay,
So
and it's gonna be bigger?
Yes, it's going to be bigger. So, in 2019, we were just in one hall or one function room. This year, we got 2 function rooms na. So, it's going to be bigger, more exciting. So, from the first year na physical show, we had, and then continue namin on a virtual show in 2020, 2021. Now, finally, physical show na tayo ulit.
Well done. Well, ang malaking tanong siguro ng mga nanonood sa atin kasi parang alam naman ng marami na very secured yung trabaho bilang healthcare worker dito sa United Kingdom at you know, makakabuhay ka naman ng pamilya dyan sa sweldo na yan. So, kung nag-iisip sila to start a business and for example, they want to venture into that business, yung paggagawa nga ng cake, paano ba yung dapat nilang tandaan? Ano yung mga unang dapat nilang matutunan? Kasi kayong dalawa, inspiring, amazing story. Kasi natuto kayong gumawa ng cake at mag-design. You got it only from YouTube. Ang swerte ng mga tao ngayon kasi marami na ring classes on YouTube. Plus, may nagbabalik na yung mga face-to-face in-face activities. Pwede na ulit silang mag-join ng mga classes na yan.
So, ako, I would definitely say, like for example, ang experience nga namin, di ba, we are in a foreign country. It's there's a lot of cake decorators way ahead of us, way talented sa amin. Pero ako, I would really tell na you have to be unique. You have to be extraordinary kasi that's where you will shine. So, kung gagayahin mo lang yung design ng iba, hindi ka mapapansin ng tao.
And at the same time, don't give up the day job yet until you're very sure that you can manage.
Practically
Practically
speaking.
speaking. No? Kasi, say for example, during our early days, when this became an obsession kasi, so we're gonna work for 12 hours every day, back to back to back to back. And then pag uwi namin sa bahay, we will get our piping bags, we will get our buttercream, practice every single day. So we started to be wise na don't give up our day job yet. We can do it onto the side for now. Habang hindi pa niya nasusustain our everyday.
So you mastered it talaga, pinag-aralan ninyo, you dedicated your time, you invested on it, and plus the fact that it's really your passion. Kasi hindi naman kayo magkakaroon ng napakagandang outcome if that is not your passion. It takes time, no, para matuto. And then secondly, to love what you're doing. Kasi nakikita ko sa inyo talaga that you love what you do. And as an example, nandyan yung cake sa likod ninyo. I can't imagine I would be able to do something like that. So, Valeri and Christina, kahit hindi kayo ganun ka-artistic or magaling sa arts, pwede kayong magkapag-disenyo ng ganyang kagagandang cake?
Absolutely.
And I don't mean to embarrass Valeri, but
I don't mean that. Ako kami embarrassing.
she cannot draw. Even her handwriting, minsan hindi ko naiintindihan.
Hi, grabe!
But the moment that she holds a piping bag, a palette knife, ganyan, it turns out to be something beautiful. So, napag-aaralan naman ang art sa totoong buhay.
Yes. So, whenever we teach classes, lagi namin sinasabi yan. Kasi hindi pa kami nag-start. Wala, di ba? Gusto lang namin, as you said, Rose, it's really all about passion. You have to want it. You have to really want it. Otherwise, mahirapan ka lang ng konti. Hindi ka lang magkaroon ng order for weeks, ganyan. Mapapanghinaan ka talaga ng loob. Pero if you really want it and you believe in yourself, kaya. Kung kinaya namin, kaya din ng iba.
Okay, so my question now is, lahat naman tayo na apektuhan ng pandemic, no? Sa inyong dalawa, wala yung mga events, wala yung mga parties kasi lockdown. How did you survive? How did you continue your business?
It was really hard in the beginning kasi whenever our plan kasi is always 2 years ahead. So, say, pre-pandemic, we had our 2 years ahead of us planned already. Saan kami bansa pupunta, magtuturo, whatnot, ganyan, di ba? And then, COVID happened. But then again, hindi kami pwedeng walang gawin. So, we ventured into online classes. So, we did online classes. We had to adapt to the situation. So, we held a lot of online classes in both Filipino language and English.
Yeah.
So, we can cater both.
Yes. And now, after nung online classes, tinuloy-tuloy na namin siya. So, besides the cake show, we now have our online academy or online school wherein we upload weekly contents.
Wow, ang galing naman. So, saan namin mapapanood yan?
It's a subscription basis, pero there are a couple of free videos naman. Especially if you wanted to try first. Ito, kakapain mo muna siya if you really like it, ganyan. So we have free videos also, free contents also.
Okay. And then, you promised us na later ay papakita nyo yung basic on how to decorate a cake. Is that correct?
Yes, oo. Something easy, something quick that we are sure everyone can do.
Okay. So, anong may concept ba dyan sa design na yan para kung may nanonood sa atin na who would like to follow you and maybe make their own decoration or, maybe i-pattern nila yung ginagawa nilang cake now dyan sa decoration ninyo. Kasi I invited my auntie who makes cake talaga. Every year ng birthday ni Julia, siya yung gumagawa ng cake for us.
Wow.
So I said to her to watch this para kung may matutunan pa siya or she might be able to share with us something. Let me
Let's
see.
do something very spring summer look.
Yes, and actually, it's a classic floral style or decoration. And we always say na even if it's floral, you just change the color. Pwede pa rin naman pag maging pang guys ang floral na design, right? So this is more of a classic style and something easy also.
Okay, so shall we start doing that while I read some of the comments of our viewers online now? Yung mga nanonood sa atin. Tell us about this one. Introduce is this going to be for a cake, for a cupcake?
It's going to be a cake. Yeah.
Okay.
So we have already pre-covered cake. And I only have this extra board lang. So we have our buttercream. I'm going to make sunflower cake and some blossoms also. Pero we're going to try and mix two different techniques. So this one is very uso ngayon. So we are going to use a palette knife. So something like this. Okay. Pwede din yung mga typical na palette knife like this. So whatever you have at home is actually okay. Yeah. So I'm just going to put some buttercream here on my board.
Kasi, tawag dito, we don't do any other medium but frosting. So we can do any kind of frosting. So when we say frosting, ito yung mga kinalakihan natin sa Pilipinas na malalambot. So we don't work with fondant or marzipan or realizing, just buttercream.
Yes. Okay, so as I said, diba, I'm going to use a palette knife. So palette knife painting technique is something very impressionistic. So kahit hindi yan maging super mukhang flower, okay lang yan. It's still going to look like a flower. Diba? Okay, so let's go back to the top. Ayan. So I have greens, obviously for the leaves. And this is a normal palette knife, used for palette knife painting actually. So pero very very affordable, okay? So I'm simply going to just get from my base there. Okay, so ayan lang. Okay? So from my palette knife, I loaded my palette knife with buttercream and I'm just going to press it down and pull.
Wow.
O, di ba? Easy.
Yes.
Ayan, meron ka ng leaf.
Wow.
So, ayan. I'm going to just add more leaves. So, for example, yan. And say, for example, I want to just add a guide circle para lang sa ating sunflower. So, for example, ganyan. There.
Yes.
Something quick for your audience to do in the future, hopefully.
Yes. And kasi yan, super uso ang palette knife painting ngayon. So I'm happy with my leaves. And same principle lang din ang gagawin ko with the petals. So I'm only showing that I'm changing into a different palette knife only because of the shape. Mas pointy yung isa, di ba? So that's the only reason why I'm changing. So, but either way, you can use any. So, ayun lang. Ulit lang siya ng stroke.
So this is a sunflower cake.
Yes, oo. So I'm just going to add some petals. So
Wow.
even it doesn't always have to be sunflower. So by using the same stroke, you can create any other flowers. Like for example, ano ba yung mga pointy na flowers? Like,
You can do like chrysanthemums.
yeah, oo. Or pag Christmas, poinsettias.
Oo. Saka ngayon, mga like now, my flower from the garden, ito, ano ko to sa garden namin, tulips, o, di ba?
Ayan, oo, pwede
Dali lang
rin.
kong gawin. I'm so happy kaya shinare ko to kasi imagine di na ako bibili ng flowers, no? Got it from my garden, oh, di ba?
Diba?
Pwede ko siyang
Kasi,
gayahin sa ano nyo.
si Valerie, she doesn't have that gift of sustaining real flowers and plants. So, yung mga
Oh,
frustrations namin into tendering real flowers and real plants, we just, translate it sa cake na lang.
In short, sinasabi ni Christina, black thumb daw ako.
Brown time.
Kasi I think umabot na ako sa black thumb kasi kahit succulents and cactus, medyo hindi nabubuhay sa akin.
di bale, magaling ka naman na-decorate ng cake. O, ayan, sabi ni Crystal, you're making it look so easy to do.
Pero once na you actually try it, hindi naman talaga siya ganun kahirap. Sa totoo lang. So, it's something that, to be honest, anyone can do. And it is really doable. Actually, a couple of weeks ago, we had, diba? Si Olivia, how old is she?
Yeah. A couple of weeks back, mother and daughter came to our studio to learn. They were both from the US. So they book an exclusive class with us. And she was one of our youngest students. 14 years old lang
13
siya.
daw, sabi ko.
13, going on 14. Pero, ang ganda-ganda ng gawa niya. She's really so good.
Oh,
Yes.
Okay. And then, question, Christina, why do you only use butter? What you said it here, sa chat.
Only buttercream.
Bakit
Oh,
buttercream lang kayo? Yun yung specialization nyo? Yun ang specialty nyo?
Oo, that's the only medium that we use. Kasi when we started, especially here in the UK, and then a lot of, great, not just good, great cake decorators are based here in the UK and in Europe especially. So sabi namin, if we really wanted to make a name for ourselves, we need to do something that is not out there yet. So during those years, yung buttercream is not popular here. It's only used for filling, ganyan. It's all here in the UK. It's either royal icing or marzipan or fondant, diba? So we decided to go for frostings, especially ito yung nakalak na natin sa Pilipinas. Malambot na icing.
Oh, I see. So mayroon pang sentimental reason din. Kasi
Diba, mga birthdays natin, we dapat Goldilocks, ganyan, yung mga, pag hindi nakatingin si mommy or si daddy, gaganunin mo yung icing.
Oh my God, that's so nice. Ang ganda naman.
Cake, diba? In
Parang
about
gusto mo nang ubusin
3
yung cake
minutes,
talaga. Speaking of cake, kasi kahapon nag-birthday yung mami ni Crystal, si Tita Carmen. Belated happy birthday, Tita Carmen.
Birthday.
Birthday siya. We celebrated her birthday sa Kent yesterday. She's 70 years
she's
young.
from Kendin pala.
Oo. So, yeah, she's 70 years young. Kaya, nanonood din siya ngayon. Happy birthday, Tita. Ayan, meron na tayong idea on how to make that very special cake. At
Yes.
napakadali lang niya, di ba? What it
Yes.
seems.
Ayan, ganyan lang. So,
Akala mo madali lang.
madali lang siya. And we can also add some blossoms here, something easy lang din. Using a different technique naman para you can see different texture. So this one is palette knife. And I volunteer Christina to do the blossom naman.
Okay.
Something to make.
If we have and or maybe that's Tina. Check.
Okay. Do you have time?
You can.
We can actually, we will have this segment on immigration, and maybe Christina can start decorating or designing, and you can show it to us later. Pwede ba?
Oh, sige. Oh,
After the immigration 101. So Show us lang the ingredients and then yung finished product later.
Oh,
Yeah.
sure. Sige.
Sure, it's still
Okay.
going to be buttercream, but this one is naman. It's on
A
a piping
piping
bag with a piping tip.
Oh, mas mahirap ba yung ganyan?
So this is the same thing that you tried in Birmingham.
Ah, okay.
Remember?
I tried it already.
Nag-try ka?
Yes, kasi ang nakikita ko kasi pag gumagawa ka ng cake, maano din siya, madami din siyang, you need a lot of things to prepare, right?
Correct, yes.
So, kailangan mo rin ng katandem. So, I'm glad both of you were able to show us this simple design. Parang ang dali niyang gawin. And thank you for sharing your story with us. Alam ba ninyo, 30 minutes na, kalahating oras na pala tayo nagkakwentuhan dito.
Yes.
When the subject is interesting and we're enjoying it, nakakalimutan natin yung oras. But we still have Immigration 101 and Christina will be back later to show to us yung finished product ng design naman niya para ma-compare natin kung sino ba talaga mas magaling sa kanila. Is it Christina? Pinag-away pa yung mag-best friend eh. Anyway, we'll have you back later. Magbabalik po ang JUANEUKONEK.
Thank you.
Ako si Rose Eclarinal.